Friday night, late night college football on Fox National TV. A free winner for you in the UCLA Washington game coming up as we get your weekend started right with a Friday night winner in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, and we're breaking down your Fox National TV game at 9 o'clock Eastern this Friday night, UCLA at Washington. And boy, as UCLA turned their seasons around, after a very disappointing 1-5 start under first-year head coach Deshaun Foster, they have now won 3 in a row straight up and against the spread. Well, of course against the spread, because all 3 were outright underdog wins the last 3 weeks at Rutgers, Nebraska, and then at home against Iowa. In hindsight, looking back over the schedule to start the season was a lot tougher than we realized for UCLA. Not only was it a new coaching staff, they barely beat Hawaii on the road. That was a little bit of a lackluster performance. But then losing to Indiana, who was unranked at the time, is now 5th in the nation. They also lost at LSU, number 1 ranked Oregon now, and then at Penn State. That was murderer's row for 4 weeks there in September, early October. And after a close loss against Minnesota, they have gone 3-0 straight up since. So they're 3-1 their last 4 after playing all those highly ranked teams. So yes, they are maybe a play-on squad, but then again, it's not a great spot coming in off of 3 straight up dog wins. And the problem is Washington is also a very good team this year, and despite losing 4 of their last 6, they've got positive offense and defensive metrics as well. When you factor in the tough opponent schedule for both of these new Big Ten teams, they're both probably a little bit better than their overall 5-5 Washington, 4-5 straight up records indicate for UCLA and Washington. So let's look at the total instead, and I do like the under in this game. Current line is 46.5 to 47. Now, 47 is a key number. I like the under 47 a lot more. But even at 46.5, there is still value to the under just by doing some basic math. I mentioned those tough opponents played. Well, if you look at the overall average points against a schedule played, this game should be in the 30s probably. First of all, UCLA's games this year are averaging about 45 points on average, 45.5 on average. Their opponents' games on average have averaged almost 50 points. About 49.5. So right there, the UCLA games are about 4 to 5 points lower scoring than average. And then Washington's are even more extreme. The Washington Husky games are averaging just 42.5 points this season against a schedule that averages almost 50 points. So they're about 8 points lower than average. So both of these teams on the surface average less than 47 points in most games. And then when you factor in the higher scoring schedule they've played, that gets you down to the 30s here. So there is line value under 46.5, 47. And I also think there's a matchup edge here as well. Both offenses have picked things up. UCLA's offense has gotten a little better now that the schedule's gotten weaker. But on the year, they're still just slightly above average, 5.4 yards per play, just 18.5 points a game against teams that allow 19 and 5.1. And Washington should be able to hold them in check here. Excellent defense this year, getting up just 4.9 yards per play, just 20.5 points a game against a schedule that averages almost 27 points a game. Meanwhile, the UCLA defense has been strong, though. They're giving up just 5.5 yards per play against a schedule that averages 6 yards per play. And the 26.5 points allowed isn't that bad considering their opponents average 30 overall this season. Washington, meanwhile, their offense, very lackluster, under 22 points a game against a schedule that allows 22.5. So looks like both defenses hold the edge in this game. And I think the matchup favors both defenses. And we also get some line value. As I said, when you factor in the opponent's play, the tough schedules these teams have faced, this game, your true total should probably be in the 30s here. So although I like 47 better, even at 46.5, there is some value with the under here in this Fox National TV game, Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Hey, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this game. Side, total, how are you playing this one? What games do you like this Saturday? Include some analysis as well. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And if you're liking these weeknight free play videos, I will keep them coming. A lot of times they don't make my best bet card, but I want to give you leans when I have them, some analysis, because I know these are high-profile TV games that many of you like to play, and so many of you are doing your own handicap, and you use these free play videos as a bit of a filter, informational source for you. So if you're finding them useful, let me know, and I will keep them coming. Comment below. I read the comments. I reply back. And also thumbs up like. That's greatly appreciated. Boom, you did it. Smash that thumbs up like. It took 1 second. Thank you. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, there's almost 184,000 subscribers here, so I'm sure you have. Make sure you click that bell as well. You'll get an instant alert when these weeknight TV free play videos go up, along with my college football top 25 video for this weekend and my NFL Fade the Public video for this Sunday. When you click that bell, when you subscribe, you get an instant alert here from WagerTalk TV. And speaking of best bets, if you want my official best bets, the games I am actually using each and every day, my personal client plays are available on WagerTalk.com, and it is quite simple. If I have a selection that I'm personally using, my clients get it. And I am very selective, maybe 1 to 2 plays a day during the week, 3 to 4 on the weekends on Saturdays and Sundays. And that selectivity has paid off. In fact, going back to the start of last football season, last September, we're up over 217 units in all sports. And that includes a 3-9 drought here over the past week. So many of you chimed in the last couple of weeks. Steve, I got on board. You're up over 200 units for the season, and we've had a drawdown of 20-some units. Well, it happens. That's why you have a bankroll. That's why you have a long-term investment approach. You're not going to win every single day. In fact, entering this week in football, we were on a 3-8 run. Then we dropped a place. We were 3-9. And if right before that, we had gone 16-14 the previous 3 weeks, actually up about 1.5 units, 2.5 units. And then the 11 months before that, up 82 net games, 339 and 257, up 215 units those previous 11 months. My point is, an 11-month span is much more telling than a 1 week or 2 week span. We're not going to win every week. We're not going to even win every month. It's been a very good 2024 in which we won basically every month and almost every week at one point during the summer. Don't get spoiled. Take a true investment approach. Don't try to time the market. And I know some of you had sat back and goes, I don't want to get in when you're this hot. We're going to wait for a slight drawdown. Well, we had the drawdown last week. Maybe this is the time to step in. I don't know. I play consistently every day. I've won consistently for 29 years. I've seen 3-8 runs, and I've seen a lot more 8-3 runs. But once again, when you're up 82 net units or 82 net games, 339 and 257 the previous 11 months, that means a little bit more than a 1 week or 2 week span. Hey, if you're ready to take a serious investment approach, that 1-year all-access special is still available. SM365 gets you 365 days and nights of football, baseball, and basketball, college and pro, every best bet for a full year for about $1 per play. SM365 gets you an instant $811 discount. Or if you want just the rest of the football season, college or pro, get an instant $50 discount with F-Ball 50. Or if you have football, as I know many of you do, and you want to add basketball, college and pro basketball, you can add a month of either with an instant $50 discount with B-Ball 30. It's a 30-day package. You get a $50 discount. Look, all these promo codes, I know they get confusing. You don't have to memorize them. Just go to my page. They're listed there right now with the details. You can figure out which package works best for you, but it's quite simple. No matter which option you choose, you get the exact same plays I am using every day. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, or a 1 year. Every client gets the same best bets, and we win and lose together. Short term, there's going to be random variance. That's why you have a bankroll. That's why you use proper money management. But long term, my record speaks for itself. In fact, even with the down week, going back to the start of last year's football, up over 217 units still, and that's after dropping about 20 units over the past week. Look, it's a long-term investment. It's a marathon, not a sprint. If you want to win, jump on board. Hey, I do read the comments, so if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. I know there's always going to be those knuckleheads like, Steve, you missed a couple games in a row. What's happening? Whatever. I try to educate them. I take 1 or 2 shots to educate them, and after that, I just basically give up, and I focus on the smart, intelligent clients, which do honestly make up about 95% of those people watching these videos. So once again, comment below. Let's learn and earn and win together. And if you also would like to see my best bets, they're recapped every day on my page, a last 20 rolling recap. You can also click on any of the individual games to read the analysis to see how I do things. A lot of times during a winning streak, you get some good luck. During a little bit of a drawdown, you have some bad beats, right? That's how it works in the short term. That's why the analysis is so important, so you understand why we're using games. And also don't forget, I post a free play almost every day of the week and also on the weekends for Saturday and Sunday football, basketball during the week. Check out those bonus free plays on my page along with those special offers. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. You can also follow me on social media at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, on X and Instagram at Steve Merrill. And stay tuned here to WagerTalk TV. There's more great free play videos coming up next.